Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Bit of a colder morning this morning. Went for a little walk earlier and blowing a gale, a few drops of rain. Hope you're all traveling well. And we're going to start with a little meditation, which you can do either seated or lying down. So you might also like to have a bolster or cushion to sit on for that practice, or you're always welcome to sit in a chair. Or if you're not feeling 100% this morning, didn't sleep well, you might prefer to lie down. So just grab what you need for your practice so that you feel fully supported and warm. If you want to wrap a blanket around you or a shawl. If you're sitting, we'll endeavor to have a lovely upright spine, respecting the natural curves of the spine, but just softening the shoulders. The eyes can be lightly closed or just with a soft downward glance. Perhaps a gentle smile on your lips. So there's no hurry to come into your seat, find your seat, or to lie down. You might like to sigh the breath away 2 or 3 times. Beginning to empty yourself of all that has come before this present moment. So just allowing everything to quieten down as we bring our full attention to the here and now. This little meditation we're going to work with is one that can help us to connect with the love that we are, rather than feeling the need to look for love outside of ourselves. So it's a little bit similar to the theme we worked with a couple of weeks ago. So I invite you to just begin by noticing how you are feeling this morning. Perhaps saying to yourselves, all is welcome here. All is welcome here. And then I invite you to drop your awareness down to your heart center, not your physical heart, but your energetic heart, your spiritual heart center, Anahata chakra in the center. And begin to breathe in love. Taking this love to the very center of our spiritual heart, and just pause there for a few seconds. And then allowing the exhalation to come. So we drop the thought that we are breathing into our lungs and breathe directly into our heart center, as though love is contained in the breath. Pausing for a few seconds. And then just allowing the exhale to come. So it's like our lungs are in our heart. Breathing in love. Pausing. And exhaling. So in the pause, we are endeavoring to feel and experience the sensation of love. Breathing in love. Pausing and breathing out. What does the sensation of love feel like inside of you? To sense how you feel as you continue breathing in love, filling yourself with love. And if you're feeling it challenging to feel this love, you might like to bring to mind someone you love or loved in an uncomplicated way. Could be a family member, a friend, a pet, a sibling, a beloved spiritual teacher or deity. Could be someone who has passed away, a special grandparent or beloved aunt. Choose one being that generates the sensation of love within you and begin to fill your heart with the presence of this being. Breathe in love. Your love, the love that you feel. Keep breathing it in. Now we're going to tweak this slightly. Inhaling love, the love that you are, pausing. And then as you exhale, allow that love to spread from your heart down your arms, down through your belly, down through the pelvic area and down through your legs. Inhaling love, pausing. And then as you exhale, love slowly trickles out of your heart and travels through your whole body, filling your whole body with the love that you are. Notice how you feel in your body as all of this love is happening. The sensation of love filling your whole body. Memorize how this feels. Feel it in every crevice of your body. What we are feeling is the vibration of love. The love we already have inside of us. The love that we are. Not love being brought to us from the outside. And then very gently, we will release this practice. You might like to sigh the breath away. And we're going to bring the palms of the hands together. Just rub the palms until they feel nice and warm. And then placing the palms over our heart center. Just continuing to breathe into and out of the heart. And we're going to weave in a sound throughout the practice this morning, a sound to stimulate and charge the heart chakra, anahata. The sound is OR, O-H-R. So if you'd like to join with me, we're going to chant this sound 5 times. So we'll exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, we're going to take the arms out wide, chanting back to the heart. So 4 more, breathing in. Last one. And gently release the hands. If you're sitting, you might like to have a stretch forward. If you're lying down, just gently bringing the knees into the chest and rocking from side to side. So the invitation this morning in our practice is to endeavor to keep connected to the love that we are. And anytime we notice that we're drifting off or the inner critics coming in, a judgment's coming in, anytime we start to feel frustrated or if there's a bit of sadness this morning or fatigue, the invitation is to just breathe, keep breathing love into the heart space, pausing for a few seconds and then just allowing that love to flow through and fill your whole body. All right, so if you're lying down, just gently roll over to one side now and coming up. And I thought we might have a go at the animal relaxing pose, not the easiest pose perhaps, so we might be sitting onto our bolster or a cushion or a blanket. And we're going to see if we can just bring this right foot into the groin and then take this left foot behind. So the left foot is next to the left buttock cheek. Now, if this is just not possible, try propping yourself up a bit higher, or you might keep this leg, the left leg, extended out. And then we're going to turn over this right thigh and slowly, slowly come forward. So we might be quite upright. Some of you might be able to come right down. Watch again any judgment that might creep in here. And breathe, trying to soften the shoulders, soften the upper back, keep the face relaxed. And then we're going to slowly come up. And we're going to try, I'm just going to do this separate, leaning back here. So you might have your bolster or a cushion behind. And we're just going to walk the hands back. So again, you might just be here. Try to keep the chest open. Otherwise, some of us might come down onto our forearms. Some of you might be even able to lie the whole back down, even if you're on a bolster. But hopefully we're feeling a beautiful stretch up this left thigh to the hip. Breathing. Perhaps a gentle smile on your lips. Just be careful of the neck. You might be looking up or you might be looking forward if that feels better for your neck. Good. And then let's slowly come up and we'll change the legs over. So now the left foot is into the groin and potentially this right foot behind. We're just going to keep that right leg out. And then we're turning over the left thigh and slowly coming forward. Might feel quite different on the side, just noticing what you notice without attaching a judgment. Breathing your love into your heart. Pause with that feeling for a few seconds. The sensation of love. And then as you exhale, allow love to flow into your fingertips and down into the tips of your toes. Then we'll slowly come up and leaning back. Again, we might be quite upright. Try to draw the shoulders back, the chest forward. If we can, we come down onto our forearms and perhaps all the way down onto our back. Breathe, noticing how this left quadricep, or right, sorry, getting my left and right mixed up here. I think it's your right. How that feels this morning. If it's feeling particularly tight and painful, send some extra love down into that side of the body, down into the right hip. Send a smile down into that part that's feeling sore. Good. And let's slowly come up and come onto the hands and the knees, and let's just shake one leg back, doesn't matter which one. Shake it out, and then let's circle that foot. And reversing. And lower that knee down, and let's shake out the other leg. Right from the hip joint all the way down the leg. Put a good shake. And circling. Good. And release it down. Okay. Let's take one leg back again. Doesn't matter which one. Tucking the toes, stretching through the calf and the Achilles. Fingers spread nice and wide, knuckles of the fingers pressing down, middle fingers pointing straight ahead. And breathe. Good, and then we'll lower that knee, take the other leg back. How does this side feel? This side's a bit tighter for me, which is interesting. Breathe. Good, and then release. So we can repeat that calf stretch, or those of you who'd like to go a little bit further, we're going to work with plank. And then if you'd like to this morning, thought we could do a few yogi push-ups, which I haven't done for a while. But any shoulder, wrist, arm issues, please don't do these. Just work with the calf stretch again, or even a few movements of cat. But otherwise, we're going to take one leg back and then the other leg back and come into our beautiful plank. And you can hold this as long as you like. See if you can open the back of the knees. I'd like to apply Mula Bandha here. It just helps to strengthen the core a little bit, sort of contain that whole pelvic area. So you might like to try that this morning. Squeeze the perineum. And there's just a very subtle sort of Uddiyana Bandha as well, abdominal lock. So that whole area is sort of drawing in and up. When you've had enough, just lower down, and if you need to, come back into child for a breath or two. Or if you like, as I mentioned, you might be working with a few cat movements. And then those of you who'd like to bring the knees a bit closer together, so hands are shoulder width apart. And as we exhale, we're lowering the upper body down. And as we inhale, pushing up. So exhale, we lower. Inhale up. Might do up to 5 of these or just one. And you've had enough, we'll all just push back into extended child for a moment. Perhaps sigh the breath away. Notice any judgment that's creeped in over the last minute or two with those stronger practices, and let them go. Come back to your heart center, to feeling the sensation of love as you breathe in. Hold that feeling for a few seconds and then exhale. Allow love to fill your being on the inside. All right, we're going to come to lie down onto our tummies and just stretch the arms above the head. So the hands are shoulder width apart, or if the shoulders are giving you a bit of grief at the moment, your arms could be in more of a V-shaped position. Chin or forehead on the mat, feet are hip width apart. And we're going to just start now by stretching through the left side of the body, keeping the right side relaxed. So on the next inhale, lifting left arm, head, and left leg. And lower. So do 4 more of these. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Good. Now we relax that left side. We'll do the same on the right side. Inhale. And exhale. 4 more. Last one. Right. If you like, just resting one hand on top of the other, your chin or your forehead or your hands. And just rest. All right. Now this next one a little bit stronger. So the arms are above the head again. Chin or forehead down, feet are hip width. As we breathe in, we're going to lift just the arms and the head. So press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower. Next inhale, just the legs are lifting. And lower. So we're alternating. Just 2 more to each end. So arms and head. Lower. Feet and legs. Lower. Arms and head. Lower. Feet and legs. And lower. And again, take a rest. If the lower back's feeling a bit tender, bend the lower legs and just swing them from side to side. All right, let's come back to center. So feet are hip width or mat width apart for this next one. This is a variation of Sphinx. Our arms are actually going to be out wider than the mat, and our hands are level with our face. So arms are bent, forehead down. So with this one, as we breathe in, we're going to lift the head and the arms. Tops of the feet stay down. Lifting the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades, and lower. Up to 4 more of these. So breathing in, we lift. Breathing out, we lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And perhaps one more. And lower, and again, take a rest. If you need to, legs are bent and swinging from side to side. If you've had enough of the back work, you might like to push back into child pose and even rest over the bolster. Otherwise, we're going to do one more on our tummies. So this is our flowing locust Shalabhasana. So our arms are down alongside us, head to one side, palms are pressing down. Exhale, all breath. And then breathing in, bring the head to center, lifting the arms and the legs. And lower, turning your head the opposite way. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale down. Good. So you might like to do a few more of these. If you're very full of energy this morning, you might like to hold and just breathe. Get the face soft, relaxed mouth. And you've had enough, just coming down. I'm sighing the breath away. And then when you're ready, no rush, hands alongside the chest. Inhale, lift up, bend the legs, and we're pushing back into extended child. If the lower back's feeling quite tender, you might make fist of the hands and give it a bit of a massage. All right. The arms are extended. We're going to move into cat and then back into child. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in as we come up onto all fours. Breathing in, love. Pause for a few seconds. And on the exhalation, lowering back into child, just allowing that love to remain within you. Breathing in, love. So let the heart lead here. Hold that sensation of love for a few seconds. And then rounding the back. Exhale, child. Breathing in, love. Rounding the back. And exhale. Keep going. I'm going to add dog to this movement. So we breathe ourselves up into cat. Tuck the toes. Down face dog pose. On the last exhale, if you'd like to, join with me. We'll chant all into the heart. So breathing in, back into cat. All. Inhale into cat, tuck the toes, down face dog pose. Breathing in, out. Let's do 3 more. Last one. It's resting for 2 or 3 breaths here. Noticing what you notice. Slowly release and come up to kneel here or in a high kneel, if that's better for you. We're going to go through 3 rounds of a kneeling salute. It's a nice upright spine, shoulders soft. Exhale all breath. And then breathing in, breathing out. Inhale cat, tuck the toes, down face dog pose. Back into cat and child. Sliding along the floor through into cobra to child. Breathe in. Inhale. Back down face dog pose. Back into cat and child. Sliding on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Finish, just pausing for 2 or 3 breaths. Now sigh the breath away.
Release. Let's take the arms forward. We're going to come up into down face dog pose and slowly make our way up to stand. So just extending the arms, inhale up into cat, tuck the toes, down face dog pose. Let's hold this for a few breaths. And then we lift up onto our tiptoes and walk the feet towards the hands. Feet are hip width apart. Little bend in the legs. Take the arms up behind. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Let's do a few of these. So moving into bird, breathe in, arms up. Breathe out. Bend the legs, arms up behind. Drop your hands to the floor, back into dog pose. Inhale down onto the knees and into child. So again, breathe in, tuck the toes, into dog. Walk the feet forward, little bend in the legs, arms up behind. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Into dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cat. Down face dog pose. And release. So we're into Tadasana. Sighing the breath away, feet hip width apart. I'd like to rest the hands over the heart for a moment, so softening the shoulders, perhaps closing the eyes, softening the skin of the face. Now let's come back to the practice of breathing in love. Hold that feeling of love in the heart center for a few seconds and exhale. Breathing in love. Hold that feeling for a few seconds and exhale. Going to work with a little practice similar to what we did a couple of weeks ago, those of you who joined then. Don't worry if you didn't. So we're going to breathe in this feeling of love and pause. And then we're going to send that feeling, that sensation of love up and out through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, circle it around ourselves as we exhale. So we'll do this 3 times. So we breathe in, hands can be here or just by your side. Breathe in love. Hold that to you, feel the sensation of love, and then send it up through the crown and circle love around yourself. We'll do this 3 times. So breathing in love. Hold that to you. Send it up through the crown and circle it around yourself. And once more. Remembering that we do have this energetic field that extends out beyond our physical body. So we're sending this sensation, this vibration of love out to fill the field around us. All right. Let's bring our fingertips now, or if you prefer fists, if you've had a bit of a cough or cold or congestion in the lungs, just fingertips, and just starting to tap all over the chest, around the thymus gland, connected to the heart chakra, now towards the armpits. You might like to blow the breath out into the air, the letting go of anything that's blocking you feeling this love inside of you. You know, perhaps it's a feeling of not being worthy, not being good enough, being unlovable. Good. And just slowing that movement down. Perhaps just resting a hand over the heart. Take a few breaths. Let's take the arms above the head, working into our shoulders now. Do it this way. So we're going to swing one arm forward and the other arm back. One arm forward, the other arm back, and just bobbing as we do this, little bend in the legs. So we can keep this really slow or we can speed it up. Good, and then take the arms up, pausing, and then we reverse. So keep it slow if you find this a challenge. Really slowly. Slow it right down. Might feel quite different. This second side. Good, and release the arms down, give them a shake. All right, so coming into Tadasana. Arms by our side. We're going to come back to the chant of awe. Exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, let's raise the arms to shoulder height. As we exhale, bring the arms in front. Breathing in, take the arms above the head, and now we'll chant them down. So 4 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Take a breath. So we're going to do 3 more of these, and we're going to add an extra movement at the end. We'll drop the chant now. So breathe your arms out to shoulder height. Take the arms in front. Inhale the arms above the head. And as we exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. So legs can be bent or straight, and we're going to interlace the fingers on the lower back. Then as we breathe in, we're going to straighten the legs and just have the spine so it's like a tabletop. And then exhale, lower down again. And inhale, come all the way up. Take the arms above the head and down through the center. So 2 more of these. Breathe your arms to shoulder height. Take the arms in front. Swan dive forward, legs bent or straight, interlacing your fingers on the lower back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, lower. Breathe yourself all the way up. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Swan dive. Halfway. And lower. Inhale. And exhale. Just resting the hands at the heart. Sigh the breath away. Let's do a few rounds of circle of joy. So we'll interlace the fingers as we breathe in and exhale. Inhale the arms above the head. We're going to add a lateral stretch. So leaning over to the left. You can separate the arms if that feels better. Bring yourself back to center and over to the right. Inhale. And again, we're coming into our forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bring your palms around to touch. And exhale. So 2 more of these. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And over to the left side. Back to center. To the right. To center. Oops, we're coming forward. Interlace the fingers. Coming up, bring the palms around to touch. And back to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe. Breathe in. Over to the left. Back to center. Swan dive forward. Inhale, come way up. And exhale. Take a breath or two. Sigh it away. And release. All right. Let's take the legs wider apart this time. We're coming into another forward fold, either Twikonasana, so we're interlacing the fingers again and lifting the arms up and over, or if you prefer, hands onto the buttocks and we'll slide the hands down the backs of the legs. So let's breathe in. So open the chest, breathe into the heart, little pause. And then as we exhale, seeing if we can come down with a flat back. You might like to bend the legs as you come forward. So lifting the arms up and over or hands sliding down the legs. We're just going to do this once, so feel free to stay for 3, 5, 6 or 7 breaths. If you've got high blood pressure, not recommended to stay down too long. Any lower back issues as you come up, bend the legs. Just coming up nice and slowly when it's time. And shake it out. All right, one more standing pose before we come back down to the floor. We're going to do Thich Nhat Hanh's mindful balance. So if you're feeling a bit wobbly, have a wall or a chair close by that you can have a hand on too. So feet a little bit closer together. We're shifting the weight into the left foot. And as we breathe in, picking up the right. And as we breathe out, seeing if we can straighten the leg, trying to relax those shoulders, bending the leg in and lowering down. Other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to do 2 more to each side. Lengthening up through the crown of the head. Last one. Finish, just release the hands. All right, let's come down to our mats. If you've got your bolster or cushion or blanket, we're going to just pop that under our buttocks, lie back down, and we're into supported bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So feet at hip width. Feel that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Your arms might be down alongside you, or they might be overhead if that feels comfortable. Tuck the chin forward so the back of the neck is long. You might like to close the eyes. If you find your chin, you can have a look here, is sticking up and it's higher than your forehead, we don't want this. We don't ever want this. So if this is happening, we need to either draw that chin down, or some of us might need to actually put a little pillow, some support under the back of the head, so that the chin and the forehead can actually be level, or the forehead a little bit higher, not the other way around. So an opportunity here just to let go and take rest. But our focus is still on the heart center. So our gaze, our drishti is down towards Anahata Chakra. Breathing in love. Holding that feeling, the sensation of love for a few seconds. And exhaling. You might like to say to yourselves a few times, love is the essence of my being. Love is the essence of my being. Perhaps noticing the monkey mind getting distracted. And when that happens, just gently guiding awareness back to the heart center. Breathing in your love, the love that you are. Hold that feeling. And exhale. Love is the essence of my being. For the next 2 or 3 breaths, preparing to release from this position just by lifting up, removing any support. Might draw the knees in. Press the lower back down. And then we'll just work with a little gentle twist before we go into Shavasana. So arms out to the side straight, or you might make cactus arms where the arms are at a 90-degree angle. For a stronger twist, the knees are into the chest, otherwise feet are down on the mat. Again, make sure the chin is tucking down, it's not higher than the forehead. Breathe in and let's lower the knees over to the right. Head may turn to the left. Inhale, knees back to center, knees to the left, head may turn to the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's work with 3 more and we'll incorporate the chant of awe into the heart. Inhale. Om. 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 Back to center. Give yourselves one last hug and a squeeze, perhaps a little rock from side to side, and then setting yourselves up for relaxation. I'd like to put some support under your knees. Make sure that you're warm. Socks on. Sighing the breath away. Do you get comfortable, relaxing down? Just be aware of how you are feeling, what's going on inside, and perhaps reminding yourself all is welcome here. Even if we're feeling the absence of love, which absolutely happens for some of us very regularly, some maybe not so much. But all we need to do is be aware of when that's happening, noticing that, and then coming back to the breath, coming back to the heart, breathing in love and exhaling. Also not giving ourselves a hard time when we notice the absence of love. Please give yourself permission to accept yourself as you are, with love, tenderness. Feel that you are being supported by Mother Earth, held and nourished in this moment, at rest
open, safe. While you're resting, I'd like to share a few more passages from the book Living a Life of Joy by John Randolph Price. I mentioned or shared a few passages from him a fortnight ago. Had quite a big impact on me, this book, and I've taken lots of notes, keep going back over those passages. He says, take a moment and think about who and what you are. What is there not to love? Take a moment and think about who and what you are. What is there not to love? You are a great, grand, magnificent being, the sum total of all the cosmic energies individualized as the being you are. You are a great, grand, magnificent being, the sum total of all the cosmic energies individualized as the being you are. And I shared this one a fortnight ago, but it's such an important passage. We breathe love. Our bodies are sustained by love, and our life force is pure love. Its permanent home is within each one of us. We are eternally the fire and flame of divine love burning brightly. We breathe love. Our bodies are sustained by love, and our life force is pure love. Its permanent home is within each one of us. We are eternally the fire and flame of divine love burning brightly. And this love the completeness of yourself. Then turn your gaze to the one closest to you and see another super being. Love the completeness of yourself. Then turn your gaze to the one closest to you and see another super being. So slowly now, let's start to deepen the breath. Bring some movement into your fingers and toes. I'd like to have a bit of a stretch. And then if you'd like to, we'll slowly roll over to one side. Make our way up to a seated position, or stay lying down if you're happy there and you have the time. And close with one beautiful Om this morning. So if you'd like to join with me, arms out to the side. Exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining this morning. Love to you all. Keep warm on this chilly day. And so I am offering Zoom yoga over the next 3 weeks if you'd like to join, or you can join. So I'll be back next Tuesday. See you then, if not before. Bye.